Hi everyone, it's Alex. I'm going to show you my unit plan I made. The unit title is Human Effect on Earth. It is for an 8th grade biology class. What I really want them to get out of this unit is the humans' effect on the Earth and how humans are depleting resources and what we can do to help, such as recycling and using biodegradable materials. So I plan this unit to be 9 days, but I guess you can't really tell until you get out to the field, so we'll see how that goes. The overarching essential questions that I want to ask them are: what ways have human actions affected the biosphere? What can we do to help prevent further deterioration? How can we make sure to have resources on Earth for future generations? What is a way you can help? And how do biodegradable materials help protect the Earth? So it's important before any unit to have an assessment, a pre-assessment of them, of their knowledge. So I'm going to have, on the first day, have a quiz for my bell work just to get an idea of what they do and do not already know about materials, recycling, and human impact on the Earth. So my first class period, I obviously am going to give them that quiz, and then we're going to go into a video that shows human impact on Earth. The video shows how throughout the years the resources on Earth are going down and down, and how pollution is affecting the world. And so after the video, I'm going to have my students discuss the video, and then I'm going to start talking to them about pollution, whether it's air, soil, light, noise, or water pollution, and the effects of that on Earth. And so the standards for my whole unit, not just this lesson, are 8.2.6, identify, explain, and discuss some effects of human activities have on the biosphere, and 8.2.7, recognize that some of Earth's resources are finite, and describe how recycling, reducing consumption, and the development of alternatives can reduce the rate of their depletion. So like I said, first day, I'm going to just talk to them about pollution, be a normal lesson, not part of a inquiry-based lesson yet, but just to get their minds starting to think about pollution. So the next day, I'm going to talk to them about biodegradable resources. They're going to do an exit ticket, as well as they'll have homework for looking up cool biodegradable inventions that have been recent that they could possibly make. And then at the end of class, I'm going to give them time to brainstorm their own ideas of what cool biodegradable invention that they could come up with that would help the Earth. So that's starting to get into the inquiry-based, and during lesson 3, I kind of bring out the whole project. We come up with a rubric as a class. I think it's important for them to put their thoughts of what they should be graded on, and that helps them not only to understand what they have to do, but it gives them a responsibility of getting it done. So a part of class that day is we're going to come up with what they think and I think the rubric should look like and what they should be graded on, as well as they're going to start to put together, I'll have put together their groups for them after have seen their quizzes and differentiate the groups based on their quiz grades. And for this project, there's going to be 2 options for it. I'm going to tell them that they can their group can make a biodegradable material or design a biodegradable material that they could use, or they could alternatively come up with posters that they can put around or present to younger grades about pollution and harmful effects of human activity, or the positives of recycling. So they can either use their biodegradable material or invention, come up with an invention, or they'll be able to show the younger kids why recycling is so important to the Earth. So for the next lesson, I'm going to have students practice their knowledge of how materials can affect Earth and how recycling can help reduce that problem. I found a really cool worksheet that talks about different materials and how long they take to totally be broken down, and I think that this video, on top of a little bit of a lesson and the worksheet, will really put into the mind of my students the effects of harmful substances to the earth. So that day is another lecture kind of day. Then day 5, the students are finally going to be in their groups, and they're going to come up with their final idea. They're going to present their idea to me, and then they're going to start coming up with their research and the inquiry of what they're trying to figure out and what they're going to do. So day 6, they're going to continue their research and start forming their ideas. If they're doing the younger kids / grade poster or presentation for them, they're going to start putting that together and get their information down and start organizing that. If they're going to be creating their biodegradable material, then they will start jotting down what materials they would actually need to use that, what kind of problems they're going to be saving by using this rather than something else, what alternatives are already out there. They're going to already have to research that during class so they can figure out what exactly their material is going to be doing. And throughout that day, I'm going to be checking in with my groups and having conferences with the groups every couple of minutes just to see between the different groups where they're at on their projects. So the next day, I'm going to have a little article for them to read about pollution, and this will help them with their reading skills and with their worksheet and homework they had from the reading. They'll have a better understanding of more pollution, and as well as they'll have a little time at the end to help finish up their projects. So on the next day, this is their last day to create their presentations. They're going to have to finish any research they're going to finish. They have to make their poster, make their Prezi, whatever they're going to present their idea on. They're going to have to finalize that during this class period. And then the last day, day number 9, is going to be their presentation day. So this is where they're either going to present their biodegradable materials to me, or we're going to have them take their poster or presentation to the younger grade. I've already talked to a teacher and asked if we can come in for a couple of minutes and talk to them about recycling, and we will go in and my groups will present on why recycling is good. So not only is this good because it helps it be relatable to the students of something that is happening in their own neighborhood, it is also helping them with public speaking and interpersonal connection. So that would be my project. Now I know I said it was only 9 days, and obviously that might be too small for a project to look up that much information and figure it out, but I guess only time would tell, and I'd have to change my length depending. So as you can see though, this is definitely an inquiry-based project where the students will have questions about how they can help protect the earth for future generations, and they'll actually be able to answer their questions and be able to look up information and research it and be able to build or get the idea to build something that will help protect the earth. So with assessing my students, like I said, I'm going to use the rubric that me and my students and I came up with during class time. There'll also be major points that they have to get in there. So for the pollution and the biodegradable, some parts of their poster or presentation will have to cover how recycling and reducing in consumption and the development of alternatives can reduce the rate. They'll have to cover and explain and discuss some effects of human activities all within that. So the standards are all going to be in their project, but the main point of their project is going to be allow them to inquire about whatever information they want to know about their project. So some difficulties with this unit plan was definitely the days, the timing. I could not really get a good estimate on the length of what I should put in there, as well as on the units, the actual lessons, how long I should be lecturing each day, what day I should lecture on the information, whether I should introduce the unit as a project-based unit at the beginning on the first lesson, or if I should lecture The first lesson or two would then introduce the project. I wasn't sure what would be the best strategy for that. And then some joys from this unit. I really just enjoy the unit in general. This idea of allowing my students to research the information and let them take control of their learning and be able to make a difference in the world. So I really enjoy that about this unit. So that's all for my unit. Thanks, guys.